I like that, Mia. I like that. You kind of miss his intense screaming. It's because that was the only time you ever heard Isaac's voice, was when he was like... I wonder if the stomping has more screams when you're actually in combat. Like, if I'm in the middle of combat and I'm just like... stomping on him and everything. Remember to squish your xenomorphs before you leave. If you squish your if you don't squish your xenomorphs, you're gonna have a bad time. Oh, this is where I'm gonna see one of them up there. Yeah, that's the bastard. That's the bastard. Stasis recharge. Okay, now I think there's gonna be somebody coming down as I go down to the swooshy door. Save. Okay, he didn't come down from there. It's a little hard to tell when it's going. What did that say? We need more people here. No, we don't. The people are the problem. If there were like 5 people on this ship, this would not be a bad thing. Someone's gonna pop out of the ground. Yep. Oh crap! Whoa! He spat at me. What the? What do you spit? You ain't a baby. Only the babies are supposed to spit at me. Why won't you die? Jesus. There we go. Oh yeah, you got it. It becomes a nervous tick to be like, did I stomp that corpse? No? Well, I'm gonna go over there and stomp on it like 10,000 times. Because you never know when it's gonna get back up and walk behind you. Plus, they'll sometimes drop loot. And you know, you gotta get the loot. I have 32 shots. The real test for this game is going to be deciding when I find a shop, if I'm going to be able to when I find a shop, if I'm able to sell bullets. That's the real test, because that's how you turn the first game into easy mode. You literally sell every single bullet that you find that isn't plasma cutter bullets, and use it to upgrade the plasma cutter and buy plasma cutter bullets. That's how you turn the original Dead Space into absolute easy mode, because you'll end up with unlimited plasma cutter bullets, and your plasma cutter becomes the most powerful thing in the game really quick. Or you don't buy upgrades, you use the nodes for upgrades. But if you have 800 plasma cutter bolts, you're gonna be machine gunning it pretty much. My buddy in the chat, Curly, can attest. Both me and him pre-ordered from GameStop the collector's edition of Dead Space 2. When it first came out. We both pre-ordered it at like the same GameStop and everything, and when we got it, it was like, because the original game was coming out at like what, $49.99, maybe $59.99 USD, and so the original game was that we paid like $30 extra to get what they said was a replica plasma cutter. So, and then we got it. And the thing's like a little cheap McDonald's toy. It's tiny. And mine was broken in package. That was like the first big disappointment I ever had with a pre-order. Was that whole scenario. I was pre-ordering games a lot around that time. That was the first time I was like, wow, they really burned me. Like, that's $30 for something that, like, fell apart in the package. He said that still bugs. I knew it. Where are you at? That's why I was going that way, because I knew that they were going to be coming around. Why did you guys die way quicker than the other ones? I didn't even shoot the boom. I didn't even shoot the boom. Alright. Yeah. You're supposed to go that way. I go this way because then I trigger all the jumps, basically, backwards. That lets me loot before I get up top, which is necessary. Wait a minute, this was a room. Yeah, there used to be a room right here. In the first one. You use a node, that was where the first workbench was, which means, oh, the workbench is gone? So yeah, there was a door right here, and you'd go in there and you can upgrade. So that's already one change right there that I'm seeing, level design-wise. Looks like they moved it down to here. Oh, really? Do you have a friend anywhere? Oh, I thought I was gonna stomp on that boom. I thought I was gonna... There it is! I knew you had a friend somewhere! Ow, you jerk! Why you hit me for? You've never pre-ordered a game? The first pre-order... Midnight launches are fun, but they don't really do them much here anymore. When Pokemon Scarlet and Violet came out, they did like, oh, we're gonna be still closing at like 10 o'clock, but we're releasing the game at like 9:30 if you want to be there. And I was like, alright. No power. How do... Wow, they changed this up, I think. I remember that room being up there. There's no power. What? I'm supposed to go... What? It was like the same basic design of the place, but they changed... They like flipped some of the layout to kind of throw me off. The best one you went to was Black Ops 2, where they did a zombies competition. Another thing with Curly in the chat. Me and him, when Batman Arkham City, the second of the Arkham games, came out, me and him went to the midnight release of that, where they had the first game's Scarecrow Challenge mode, where it's do the combos without getting hit once and everything like that, is for as long as you can. He won first place, and I won second place out there. And he got a cutout of, like, the big old cutout advertisement of Batman, and I think a t-shirt, and I think the strategy guide. And I got, second place, I got the Joker cutout, and a shirt. I know you're not dead. I know you're not dead. I know it. You can't even trick me into thinking you're dead. Yeah, it is pretty rad. I still have the Joker cutout in my closet. It stares at me sometimes when I go in the closet. I'm like, hi. Like, I know you're not dead. I know your friends are gonna jump out. I know you're dead now. Oh, God. Is my mic working again? That was probably what it was. Something went funky with my microphone. I was like, wait, what do you mean? Am I back? Yay? Nay? I'm about to go into scary things. My puppy's looking up at me like, what's going on? Oh god. I need to make sure that the audio's back up before I jump into this nightmare. I beg you to go back. I will, because I am going to be putting this up on my YouTube channel, which means I do have to download it, edit it all the way through, and get through with it. Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh, God. The funness of... What happened was, I think something happened that caused my microphone to not be attached anymore, and so it automatically went to my computer's mic, which is, like, super weak and pathetic. Oh, no. There's gonna be somebody right behind me. I'm walking. Look at his butt! Look at that booty! Look at that chonkin' thing! I don't know why that makes me laugh so much. Good God, they changed it so much that I'm like, where am I going? I hear gurgling. This is supposed to be a spooky game. Hey, you don't know where that butt's been. That booty could have been in places you would never think a booty can go. You gonna jump out? Am I okay? Hey, sometimes you gotta find a booty to laugh at in the middle of a scary game. If you can't laugh, all you are is sad and scared. Alright. Like I said, I already went through and triggered a lot of the scares. Not all of them, but a lot of them. I earned a trophy. Where? Where the hell is it? Let me get back in this elevator. Fuck that. Oh, there you are. Come on, friend. Achoo! Got him! Hashtag Ginger Sims for necromorphs. Hey, make it trending. Maybe I'll become an affiliate. Hey, if that gets trending, maybe I'll become a partner. I won't have to make coffee for people anywhere. Like, so how did you become an affiliate at Twitch? Oh, well, you know, necromorph booty. Schwiggity schwooty and all that. You know how it works. Alright, they got the vent, we got a node box, and we got the workbench. Text log. To M. Smith from J. Wright. If you can get affiliate over an egg, hey, eggery is your channel. Eggery is your stream. Every single thing you play, you need to find a new eggery. Poker night. Keeping this off rig link in case Benson's listening in. You in for poker tonight, or are you going to let that Caitlin keep walking around with your credits? I'm in, but can you not invite Pavey this time? I know he's still blaming himself for Sorosi's accident and everything, but no one wants to hear about anyone's fucking nightmares. Especially that one where he saw Sorosi up and walking around with half his head missing. And don't give me that shit about it, I'm serious. It's messing with me. Last night I had one of those dreams where you wake up, you know, but my dad was sitting next to my bed, talking to me. Felt so real I kept seeing him out of the corner of my eye all day. And trust me, that one son of a bitch who needs to stay dead. You posted a tweet just for me? Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh! Jeez. I'm gonna be working on this bench and somebody's gonna pop out and get me. Here we go. Alright. The bench! Upgrade, unlock new upgrades. You can you can reset your upgrades. I don't think you could do that in the original one. So first things first, I want to get a little more HP. Stasis duration, size. Oh, stasis zone, so it like poofs and hits everything. What are you making? What are you buying? Upgrade the plasma cutter, obviously. The best thing to do is wait until you have all your bullets spent, and then upgrade it, because it gives you a full, fresh, charge. I don't think I need the air to be extremely high anytime soon, so I'm gonna put the other one into... Actually, I'm gonna save one of them, because I might come across a secret door or whatnot that needs a node to open, so I'm gonna hold on to one. But I've got an upgraded damage, and I've got an upgraded Riggs HP.
Isaac, we can't stay here much longer. Hearing a lot of movement.
Hold on, I got the data board. I'm coming back to tram control now.
Daniel, get ready to go.
Oh, I do plan on getting hit. I plan on dying a lot in this game. There's only so far my memory of the first one can take me. Where are you? There you are. I knew it! Boink! Boink! It would help if I actually hit the necromorph. That might do some more damage. Dude, get down! Jeez! Jesus Cristo! So I got, I think, 9 plasma energy from that drop. So the idea is to always use less bullets than you're getting from loot. Always wanna keep building up your supply of plasma cutter. Hey, hey, hey! I knew you weren't dead. Ginger tip of the day. Try to hit the necromorph. Always try. If you try your best, just like Butters says when he's your healer in South Park: The Stick of Truth, you did your best, and that's all Jesus asks of you. God, that's such a fun game. I still need to play through the Fractured Butthole. Meat? If you would please, drop and die. Too many bullets. I heard the music still, like, doing the crescendo, and I was like, wait a minute. Give me that money. Perfect. That was a fun impression. I like doing a lot of impressions. My coworkers sometimes my coworkers love it, and they keep trying to get me to do impressions through the drive-through box, like when customers show up. And I was like, I'm going to get fired if I start doing stuff like that.
Restart complete.
Can I see them? You guys out there?
Maintenance complete. Calling trap.
There they are!
It's clear.
I'm gonna move over here. So I can see them. And see that. You guys good? Good for you.
We're on board. Something hit the roof, but it seems operational.
Quarantine lockdown's lifted, so you can get to the hangar. Comms are still down though, so be ready for anything.
What's the plan?
You and Johnston fix up the Kellyan. We report to the bridge. Standard emergency protocol.
What? Protocol? Hammond, people are dying here.
And I'm not losing anyone else. We stick to procedure. We'll get through this.
We'll see.
So you used to do voices in the box? They keep trying to do that, because they found out I can kind of do impressions, and so now, like, sometimes they'll call me in the middle of the night, high or drunk, and they'll be like, hey, could you do Kronk? I was like, yeah. And so they have, like, a backlog. What is this?
Security request retrieved.
What?
It didn't die. We shot that fucker right between the eyes and it didn't die. Smith had to shoot its fucking arms and legs off. For God's sake, send help!
Oh, I missed that. Oops. So there's like, my coworkers have like a catalog of audio clips of me just doing like random voices for them. Rude! You realize the property damage you guys are committing? Okay. You're a chunk of meat. Where? Where? Screw you. You might do that to me, like call me in the middle of the night, like drunk, and be like, "Hey, could you do Shaggy?" I'll be like, "Why, jeez, oh, Artie." Oh God. What are we gonna do, Scoob? We're screwed! Sir? Sir? Gonna have to ask you to freeze and put the little hands you have coming out of your belly up. Cause I ain't about this shit. I don't think you can kill it. I remember in the first one, I shot the crap out of it, and it was just like, all right, I'm gonna go this way. I don't remember this room, but I like it. Okay, that door's closed. Wanted to make sure of that. Don't want that door opening on its own. All right. Kick his ass, Seabass. I shot him in the booty. He didn't want to stay down. Why is the music still playing? Remember, stomp on necromorph to get the Republic credits! Alright. Well, we're back. We made it. This was a fun venture. It's time to go home now.
Isaac, we made it to the bridge. It's...
Baby doll!
There's no survivors. Daniels is trying to get into the command
That is the most
computer.
impervious baby. Well, excuse me? Oh! Ah! It screamed! Why did it scream? I found eggery. This is the eggery of the game, Artie. Hold on, let's do this one more time. Let's see if I can get close so I can hear it. Why? Why? If I get telekinesis, can I pick it up and throw it at necromorphs? Oh god, this is gonna be fun. Intense PTSD. What, of Eggery or the baby? Alright. Nothing else I can loot here. Next service is in over 1 hour and 50 minutes. I got that time. Alright. I'm ready to face my fears. Alright. Wait, was she all? Wait, whoa. Oh no, that's just our pilot. That's cool, because that ship was empty when I came in here in the original. Alright, first things first, check over here for any goodies. Alright, he's got a plan. That's another game. That's probably the game I'm currently the most excited about, is the remake of Resident Evil 4. And it's cool that both Resident Evil 4 got a remake and Dead Space in the same year, because Dead Space was like a spiritual successor to Resident Evil 4. You still haven't put this fire out! Oh, no loot.
Hey, Isaac.
Yeah?
I need a hand here.
Okay. You got it. What do I do?
You're done, aren't you? Is that good?
Haley, I need you to listen. The Ishimura's overrun with... they're fucking monsters. You didn't hear anything?
What? No, the comms are still out. Isaac...
We need the Killian fixed now. Got a damage report?
Yeah, it's there.
Are you... Oh, yeah, you broke your leg. That's right. Run diagnostics.
Go!
Whoa! Oh no, she did! Here they are. These are my. Ah! You're leaping at me! Oh god, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. You gotta get their tails. You! God, I'm just burning through bullets. You need to calm down. Get more, please give me more. Credits!
Isaac, what's happening down there?
Johnson's gone. Killian too. The singularity core.
Look at this thing.
No!
Killian was our only way home. We're trapped.
No! I'm not losing two good people for nothing. What about the command computer?
It's a brick. All the primary systems are locked down with the captain's codes.
So we find Captain Matthias, track his rig.
Okay, here. Captain Benjamin Matthias. Location medical. Status deceased?
Even the captain?
Okay, good. Okay. I don't know when it started hiccuping, but yeah, internet just decided to like take a massive dump. But look at the head on these things. This is why I'm terrified of them. Look at that thing. You can see the human teeth inside, and then it's got the little like feeler fangs. Ugh. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I dislike it. Ugh. Also a good movie and an obscure reference. Which one? What was I saying? Well, what was the reference? I don't even remember. My brain was like, oh, Dead Space, no. Internet connections, bad, yes. But now you want the power to be back on. I'm watching you. A dinosaur story? Oh, love that. We're back. And then the guy gets eaten by all of his crows, and all that's left is his eye. Ugh. Alright, so I don't need to go back there. I can go back here. Get to the medical deck. Yeah, because we gotta find, what's his name? Yeah, at the end of We're Back, the guy who's, like, running the evil circus or whatnot, and, like, taking the dinosaurs and turning them back into their primal selves. Like, he gets, like, all of his crows, like, flock on him at the very end, and they all go, and all that's left is, like, his glass eye. It's amazing. The animation for that movie is pretty good, too. I specifically remember all the dinosaurs loved eating hot dogs. Like, even the ones that weren't carnivores. So they had, like, links and links of sausages. 'Cause they were, like, New York sausages or whatnot. Was that Don Bluth that did We're Back? I know he did the Pebble and the Pang one around, like, the same kind of era. Which, that movie's alright. It's not great. It's one of the lesser Bluth movies, I believe. But We're Back's animation was, like, almost Bluth quality, if not Bluth quality. Okay, tram time. I found the shop! Here's the moment of truth. Can I buy ammunition for the plasma cutter? I can buy ammunition for the plasma cutter. This game has potentially an easy mode. So what I'm going to do is I never use the stasis packs, really. So I'm going to go ahead and sell both of those. And I only really need, like, 2 of these, I believe, because I'll pick up more along the way. So I'm going to sell my 3. My 2 of them at level 3 to get me up at 23.4. I've only got a little bit of these, so I'm going to buy... I could buy so many. Oh my god. I'm gonna buy... Oh, the suit! The suit level 2? Oh, you know we're getting the suit. Gotta spend the money on the suit first, and then I'll get plasma energy with whatever I have left. I also have that bronze semiconductor I forgot to sell. Oh, the nostalgia. Here it is. Wait, no, this one isn't it. Which suit is the one that's like the iconic suit? This one looks like it's close, but I think it might be one upgrade more. Easy mode unlocked? Absolutely easy mode unlocked. So I'm going to... I will buy 42. We always enjoy your purchase. Employee name here. Ow, the bronze semiconductor. God, I'm a dummy. Boom. Alright. How much do I have? I might have enough to buy 1 node. I do not. Alright, so I also buy nodes so that I can use them to upgrade the plasma. More credits. Nice. Oh no. He looks so happy though. Look at that. He's not scared or anything. He's in peace. He's in pieces. You remember rightly, there's one that looks like a diver's helmet, either in this one or Dead Space 2. I think that is in Dead Space 1, because I think I know what you're talking about. Get to the med deck. Okay, so I'm not even done with the first level yet. We gotta find the captain of the ship, who, if you remember, got his eye stabbed with a needle because of, what's his name? So did it extended? Ooh. Oh, so I got it level 2, so now I have these ones are all, like, power-ups. That's cool. I'll do one here. And I'm gonna keep the other one for right now. Oh, that's... The ice scene is in Dead Space 2. The captain of the Ishimura, though, there was an animated movie of Dead Space that was, like, all the events leading up to Isaac and them showing up. There was the Wii first-person rail shooter. Dang it, I didn't have enough. The Wii first-person rail shooter, Dead Space Extraction, I think? Maybe? I have it, and it's really fun. Where it takes place on the planet. Like, when they crack it open. But the animated movie shows that the captain's starting to lose his mind a little bit, and the guy, the scientist that we find later on, who's like, anybody who knows is like, oh, that guy, who creates the nemesis of this game, he goes to, like, sedate the captain, and the captain's, like, spazzing out, and basically, like, when he's going to sedate him, the guy accidentally shoves, quote-unquote, accidentally shoves the needle into the captain's eye and kills him. I don't like these creaky-ass fans. But yeah, if you haven't seen that Dead Space animated movie, oh, it is good. My buddy in the chat, Curly, he's the first one that showed it to me. And there's a single shot in it that, like, still, like, gives me, like, shivers of, like, ugh. And it's, like, on the main deck of the ship, and they, like, look up, and in one of the vents, it just, like, quickly zooms into a necromorph face right as it goes, and, like, takes off into the vents. And that, like, still makes me, like, ugh, shivers down my spine. I don't like it. I don't like it! I'm feeling a lot more confident now that I know that the game has the plasma cutter ammunition for sale. Welcome aboard! Ooh, that was cool. Oh! So I'm not taking the trams. At least I don't... Because I remember you take a tram to get to the next part. So all the chapters were separated by trams, which means that this game might just be one long sequential level. Kinesis! I use this all the time. Tenoi, the USS Ishimura would like to remind you to not stick your heads inside the fan. I don't know, that sounds like a better fate than necromorphism. Oh, I love it. The telekinesis is really fun. Because then you can be like, y'all hear the whispering? I hear the whispering. I go roaming around Dead Space with my gun up at all times, just like in Dark Souls, I run around with the shield up. Necromorphed or face-huggered? Honestly, it ultimately depends on...
Gotta hold the line. They all came back.
You're probably better off if you do in this scenario. Sorry, ma'am. Don't worry. I'll make sure they don't... Whoa! I did not notice the hand! Look at that! She's got a hand in her! I'll fix you right up. Don't you fret. I'm a doctor. Well, I'm not a doctor, but I'm dating a doctor. She's actually on the ship. Do you know her? Oh, thank you for the follow. And cool, my notifications are working. I appreciate the follow, however, I am now at 70 follows. I just saw this morning that I was at 69, and I was like, hee 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 hee, because I'm a child. But honestly, what's worse, being a necromorph or getting attached to a facehugger? It depends on how conscious you are as a necromorph. The terminology of necromorph implies that you die, and then your body comes back, but the whole thing is that, you give her a hand, Artie! Artie! The whole thing about, this is that you... I could unfollow if you like. No! The whole thing about this is that the creatures that are turning them into necromorphs are altering the DNA of the bodies, so the bodies are technically coming back to life, I guess. And that's why they're like this. Whereas a facehugger, yeah, it's a horrible, excruciating experience, but you're just dead and done once the thing pops out of you. So, honestly, I feel like that might be better. Oh, so now I'm getting on a train. So, oh no, this is so I can go back, right? Let's see. Hell yeah! Oh, they made this so cool. Because now you can basically just go to whatever zone you want to go to just using the tram. You don't actually have to use the tram to get from level to level. You're okay, the right track? I'm on the right track? I know I'm going the right way. Is this the track you're talking about? God damn it, Artie. I'm gonna get really good at Back for Blood, and then I'm gonna take out all the frustration on you. If it's like Left 4 Dead, because I haven't played Back for Blood, but if it's like Left 4 Dead, then I can get good at it, because I became masterful at Left 4 Dead. My whole team would hear a witch, and they'd basically be like, "You're up," and I just go up there and pop, kill her, and everyone keep going with me. That was a game. That's one of the few games that I was like, I was really good at that game, because I'm typically like, nah, I kind of suck at a lot of video games.
Isaac.
You bastard.
Daniels, we were attacked. She ran the other way.
No, nothing. Medical's a slaughterhouse. They barricaded access to the morgue.
The morgue?
Yeah. But the barricade was put together in a hurry. A hydrazine tank might blow it open. Just need a detonator, like maybe a shock pad. Nicole could be through there if...
Isaac. The one who attacked us. I swear to God it was Chen. But... I saw him die. If they barricaded the morgue, maybe it was to keep something in.
Well, that's a horrifying thought.